How's it going, guys? Today we're checking out the Milwaukee M18 Fuel 21-inch electric lawnmower. Now, I've been using this guy for about a month, and let me tell you, it is a seriously impressive piece of lawn equipment. So this mower comes with the body itself along with two of the M18 red lithium high output HD 12.0 batteries, and you can only get this in the kit with those batteries, even though apparently you are able to use it with some smaller batteries, but Milwaukee sold it coming with the kit so people would not be as tempted to just use their smaller batteries and then complain with the battery life. But with the 12.0 batteries, it shows you the indicator lights, and I can tell you, mowing my entire lawn, which probably takes 45 minutes, it only went through 2 bars. So it was only 50% drained on the battery after mowing everything, which is pretty impressive. And I would say if you were to mow something larger than half an acre to maybe 1 acre, you definitely want a larger lawnmower. So this is excellent for what you're able to do. The lawnmower has a pretty easy height adjustment for the deck. It's numbered 1 through 7, which is slightly confusing because these are not in inches. They're some sort of conversion, which I guess it makes it easier that they're all integers and round numbers. I normally mow at a 5, which I'd say is about 3 to maybe 3.5 inches. I'm sure there is a conversion out there that will tell you precisely what the inch measurement is, but 1 is very, very low to the ground, and 7 is probably about 4 inches. Listen to her purr. So since it's fully electric, you have no engine noise, which is the loudest part of a traditional lawnmower. So you really are just listening to the blades themselves spinning. So it's by far the quietest lawnmower, very similar to other electric lawnmowers. So definitely will make your neighbors happy. Here I'm mowing what I'd say is somewhat overgrown grass. It's probably been just over a week in the Florida summer, and you can see this guy is mowing it down very well. So one of the interesting things that I found while mowing with this guy is it has smart technology on the inside. It has some sort of computer chip that actually monitors the amount of energy it's using. So if you're mowing through taller grass, it will actually increase the RPMs of the blade to cut through it, without needing to slow down or bog down or anything like that. And then when you get back to sort of an average height of grass, it will slow down the RPM to conserve on battery life. You've got all the controls that you need right at your fingertips. So it has a speed control on the left. It's a little dial. It can go all the way from a very slow walking pace to almost jogging, which I don't know why I'd want to go that fast. I usually keep it around a 3 when I'm doing stuff like around the house, and then on longer passes I'll bump it up to a 4. Also up top on the left, there's a button to turn on the lights, which, yes, this has 4 LED lights. So if you're mowing into the evening past sunset, or if you're an early riser and you don't have enough light, you can turn on the LEDs, which shoot both forward and out to the sides to fully illuminate where you're going. That's pretty cool. And the other button up top is to activate the high speed for the blade. So if you want a consistent high power RPM spinning blade, you can press that button, but that will decrease your battery just a little bit. And then on the right side, you have a nice large button to activate the blade spinning, which this has less than a 1 second startup speed all the way to full power. Very impressive. And then you have your hand safety mechanism, which you have to press down in order to move the lawnmower forward or start the blades. In terms of moving forward, there is a very convenient thumb positioning, which works for both hands, especially when you have low branches. It's nice to be able to use either hand, so it's great that it's in the middle and gives you those options. And the speed control is variable, so if you just press it down a little bit, it'll just start moving all the way up to when you press it down the full speed, it will go to what you have it set at, which is very convenient. It makes it feel nice to use. So the kit also comes with several different options for discharge. Here I am using the bagging method, which scoops up all the debris and then I'm able to deposit that. It keeps the yard nice and clean. You also have the option to mulch, which essentially just puts a plug into that rear vent and then it chops up the grass and leaves it straight down from where it came from. And then you also have the option for a rear side discharge, which just shoots out the back and then to the side. I'm pretty happy with the bag collection. You know, it holds a fair amount. I usually, if it's tall grass, I will have to dump it in the middle of mowing, and then again when I finish. If you had a slightly smaller yard than this, you probably could get by with mowing the whole thing and not having to dump it out. The overall construction of the main unit is solid metal. There are several plastic components like the wheels and the battery housing. Overall it feels solid, but it's not too heavy to maneuver around. There's also 3 options for the height of the actual push handle. I have it on the medium height, and that seems to be the most comfortable, but you can make it 1 stop lower or 1 stop higher. Now for the downsides, I really only have one main complaint, and that would be when you're moving forward and backwards fairly quickly, such as underneath a tree or something like that, where you're changing direction quite fast. If you are using the push powered forward mechanism, you have to give it like half of a second before you can pull it back after disengaging it. Otherwise it kind of stops, like it's not going forward anymore, but it won't easily roll backward. It's like still engaged with the electric motor and it's almost like it's locked. So if you are pushing it forward and self-powering forward and then you release that and immediately try to pull it backwards, it will feel like it's locked, which is just a little clunky if you're trying to go really fast. But you kind of just have to know that to give it half of a second to disengage, and then it'll easily roll backwards. So that was just a little quirk that I had to get used to. And then the price, this guy is coming in over $1,000, which for a lawnmower is quite a bit. But if you consider gas prices these days and that this is fully electric, you'll never have to buy gas for this again. Really the only maintenance thing you'd have to consider is sharpening the blades or possibly replacing them in the future, but this is a pretty minimalist design, which I appreciate because that means fewer things to go wrong. But I have to say, I've been mowing for 10 years and this is such an impressive lawnmower. The quality of cut that you get from it is really top of the line. So we just finished and I still have 2 bars remaining in the back here, so you know what that means. That's gonna wrap it up for this review. I'm planning to do several Milwaukee reviews in the future, so if that's something that would interest you, consider subscribing. Thank you very much, and as always, don't forget to keep it pro.